The unfortunate truth about living a healthy life is that it can take a lot of time. For example, doing a workout requires time for you to get your gym clothes together, walk or drive to the gym, get changed in the locker room, warm up, do the workout, then get changed again, and then get a post workout meal or shake. What you thought was going to take an hour actually took up 2 or maybe even close to 3 hours. It's a very similar situation for preparing a healthy meal. You've got to consider the time that it takes to go grocery shopping, to store the groceries away properly, to cook the actual meals, to sit down and eat, and then to clean up afterwards. This stuff isn't easy, not at all. It may seem even harder when you've got other competing demands like working a stressful job, taking care of your kids, and cleaning the house. The more responsibilities that you have, the more complicated it'll be to fit health into your life. It's definitely challenging, but it's not impossible. Here are a couple of recommendations that I have that may possibly improve your situation. Number one is to review your schedule. You've got to know how you're spending your time. Look at everything that you do during a typical day. Take note of any activities that don't really add value to your life. Some of the easier ones to spot are the times when you're on your phone, watching lots of streaming content, checking social media, doing online shopping, reading product reviews, and all those other related time suckers. There's absolutely no debate that those activities are distractions, and try your best to limit those activities. The harder time sucks to spot are long work meetings, household chores, commute times, and unnecessary social events. For these activities, it's more difficult to distinguish whether they're truly adding value to your life because they seem like productive things. Ask yourself if the benefit you gain from these activities is worth the time cost. If not, then consider limiting them, delegating them to another person, or rethinking the way that you do the activity so that it takes up less time. I understand that it's hard to review your schedule with this level of detail and honesty because it's going to expose a lot of your bad habits. It might be a little embarrassing to see how much of your time actually goes towards low value activities. However, it's also empowering to know just how much more time you have access to. Now that you're aware, take small steps to free up this time and make it available for health-related activities. Number two is to do an action that you are absolutely 100% confident in doing. Do it during the time that you just freed up from step number one. This action is something that doesn't take too much effort, thinking, or willpower to execute. It can be a run around the neighborhood that you've done many times before, a gym workout that you're already familiar with, or preparing a recipe that you've already made several times. The familiarity of this action can get you back into a routine much quicker than if you tried something completely new. Start small and practice doing these activities with consistency until they become habitual for you. Once that happens, you'll have effectively locked in this activity into your schedule. At this point, consider adding in another new activity. Number three is to plan ahead. Treat your health activities as important as other appointments you have on your calendar. Think about it. Would you go to a job interview unprepared? Or to a business meeting unprepared? Would you go on a date without planning out what you'll wear or without knowing where you guys are going to meet up? Of course not. If you really cared about the appointment, then you'd be prepared for it. Schedule out the times that you're going to be working out, the times that you're going to go grocery shopping, and the times that you're going to be meal prepping. Structure is so important in order to ensure that you actually follow through on your plan. It doesn't have to be a rigid schedule down to the minute, but have a clear idea of when you're going to be doing these activities. For example, you can reserve Sunday afternoons for meal prep and Saturday mornings for working out. Like I said before, you can start with something small and simple like this and then become more robust with your plan in the future. Number four is to find opportunities in your day to walk more. Getting in more steps on a daily basis can do a lot for your health, especially if your goal is to lose weight. Take the stairs instead of using the elevator or escalator. Stand up and walk during your phone calls. Plan out social events where you guys can do a lot of walking. Park at a farther distance so that you can walk more. All of these steps will add up. Over the course of an entire week, you may burn the same amount of calories or even more just from walking as you would in one full gym workout. Getting in these extra steps doesn't take up a significant amount of time, and you can always find opportunities throughout the day to do it. Track your daily steps and try to increase your step count over time. Number five is to include your family in healthy activities. Bring your kids along with you for grocery shopping. Figure out some sort of incentive that gets them excited about following along and helping out. Maybe you can allow them to pick out what dessert they want for the week. Maybe you can teach them what ingredients go into their favorite dishes. Include them in the meal prep process too. Maybe they can help mash up avocados or mash up potatoes. Maybe they can mix up the salad or rub seasoning onto the vegetables and the meats. Give them something simple to do that can feel like playtime for them. Turning these healthy activities into family time is a great way to spend time with each other, and you may also pass on critical life skills to your kids in these situations. Trying to implement these steps is going to take time. It's going to take some trial and error to figure out what works uniquely for you. Do the best that you can with what you've got. I understand that you may have many competing demands that are more important than your health right now, and that's okay. Do what little that you can now, and if you can do more in the future, then do more. On the other hand, if you want to prioritize your health right now, then do your best in limiting or delegating out lower value activities so that you can invest more of your time into your exercise, your nutrition, and your recovery. Embrace healthy eating and exercise as a lifestyle, and no matter what happens, good or bad, the journey will always continue. Learn from everything that you experience, modify your actions, persist with patience and consistency, and one day you will undoubtedly reach and exceed your goals. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Newton Kwong. I am a certified nutrition coach and personal trainer. I post weekly videos about weight loss, nutrition, and exercise. If you enjoyed this video and got value out of it, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and leaving a comment for the algorithm. It will definitely help me out, and I thank you in advance for doing that. If you need more help with your nutrition, exercise, and health, I have a link for my coaching down in the description below. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.